Welcome back to CEO Money. I'm Michael Yorba, your host. Thanks for joining us. All right, I've got Egil Moller Nielsen, VP, Head of Penguin PickUp and Penguin Fresh SmartCentres Group, on the show with us today. Egil, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks a lot for inviting me.
All right. You are head of two disruptive digital brick and mortar companies, Penguin PickUp and Penguin Fresh, that combines the ease of online shopping and convenience of a brick and mortar at more than 70 locations in Canada. You're the only company that I've met that also can say that they are co-branded with Walmart. Give us a better insight into what your company does and why Walmart would show so much faith to hook up with you and then take it to the next level.
Yeah, thank you very much. So first of all, Penguin PickUp is really best described as a shopping center for the online shoppers. So shopping online is in fact very convenient. You have access to products from all around the world. But when it comes into the delivery, that's where all the hassle starts. From a consumer perspective, you might not be home when the delivery takes place, and there will be a delivery note on your door saying, sorry, we missed you, or they just put it on your porch and there's a risk that somebody steals your packets. So Penguin PickUp is a network of locations where the retailers ship to our network. We hold your packages until it's convenient for you to take delivery.
Oh, I'm so glad you came up with that, because I got to tell you, there was so much problem with the current carriers and us getting some equipment for our television studio. I wish you were here in the States. Any plans on coming here?
Yeah. It is an increasing problem, and I think what the biggest challenge is really for a lot of people to understand and grasp our concept is, why should I ship to somewhere else than my home and I need to drive and pick it up? And you have to understand that our network is located where people live. And what people do is that on the way home from work, when they're on the way home, they just pass by one of the locations on the way home. Some of our locations are even a drive-by solution, so you don't even leave your car. We bring the stuff into your trunk, you sign off, and you go home, and everything happens within 90 seconds.
I get that. 90 seconds. Okay. Let's cover some other topics here. We're going to stay on this, but I want to cover some other things. Online shopping change in marketplace. How is online shopping changing the marketplace relative to your perspective?
So, if you are talking about 20 years ago or whatever, normally before you had smartphones and before you had internet, when you wanted to shop, whatever you want to buy, you went to the stores you were familiar to. If it was sporting goods, you went to a sports store. If it was general merchandise, you probably went to Walmart. And it was really the retailer who decided what you could buy, because that was the products they put on the shelves. Now, the consumers have a smartphone, access to internet. That means you can really shop from millions of merchants around the world and have it shipped to either our location or your home or your office or whatever you want. But my point is, you have access to all retailers in the world, and you can just choose who you want to buy from. That means that the power has changed from the retailer who decided what you should buy to the consumer who decide where to buy. And that shift alone is a huge shift in the marketplace.
Now, help me with the last mile on how you fix that gap, because it's not just in the shopping centers that you own. It sounds to me like it's anywhere.
Yeah, so the last mile is in fact maybe the last 1,000 feet.
Right.
And the last 1,000 feet is which is the most expensive part of a delivery. And that is really where you have one person, either on a bike or in a car, who needs to go to your actual address with one or two parcels to you, go up and ring your doorbell. If you live in a condo tower, they need to go through the concierge before they can even get access to you. And obviously that takes time, and time is money. Mm-hmm. And obviously if you can only deliver to one or two, maybe three customers an hour, you're suddenly spending a lot of labor cost and all other cost on that last mile. So what we're saying is with Penguin PickUp is that we just take that last mile out of the equation. The retailers ship, let's say, 50 orders to to us, to one of our locations, because that location represents a radius of 1,000 feet. You just pop by on your way home and pick up your merchandises, and everybody's happy, and they're saving that last mile. And that's a lot of dollars.
I get it. All right. We've got about a minute or so before we have to go to a commercial break. You're going to be around for the next segment. We're going to talk some more. But before we go in, I don't want to get something started I can't finish. You've won several awards: the semifinal Power of Professional Award, Supply Chain Rainmaker and Decision Maker of the Year, and the European Supply Chain Excellence Award. What did you win those for? If you couldn't, we got about a minute left on that one.
Yeah. So the Rainmaker Award was when I worked at Lego, and was when I did the total re-engineering of the Lego supply chain and logistics worldwide. Mm-hmm. And also the European Supply Chain Excellence Award was when I worked at Lego. And the Power of the Supply Chain Award was with Penguin PickUp, which is the current job.
So I'm getting the feeling that a lot of what has happened here with this process, the Penguin PickUp, is kind of like your baby. You were instrumental in carrying this from a concept to a reality.
Yes, I was employee number one. I brought the vision to reality. Yeah, that's correct.
Brilliant. All right, let's do this. Let's take a break. I'm going to come back with a bunch of questions for you on the other side, but we can start off with how you see the future of retailing when it comes to shopping going forward, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Egil Moller Nielsen, Senior VP, Penguin PickUp and Penguin Fresh, SmartCentres Group. We'll be right back. You've been listening to CEO Money. I like that, CEO Michael Money, on 1190 iHeart. Pick us up around the world, podcasts or social media. Don't forget, we're moving to TV as fast as we can get. You're going to see changes on the website, WFN1.com. We'll be right back. Welcome back to CEO Money. Michael Yorby here. All right, I've got Egil Moller Nielsen, Senior VP, Head of Penguin PickUp and Penguin Fresh, SmartCentres Group. All right, Egil, where we left off, we were going to come back and pick up on the future of retail shopping as you see it going forward. It's going to evolve massively. A lot of people have this thought in the back of their head, but you're doing it. You're making the changes. You're making the news. Tell us where we're going. Well, it's true, right?
Well, I don't think I'm making the change. We're just trying to adapt to the changes, really, in the marketplace. Obviously, people will shop more online in the future than they've done in the past and what they do now. That's 100% sure. And the biggest question is really how much shopping will they do online? Another part is that more and more people are moving to the city. So there's a huge urbanization happening worldwide, but also in Canada and U.S. I see the stats, and more people will live in bigger metropolitan areas. And as they are moving into those cities, they will do local shopping there. Leasing rates are going up in those neighborhoods. It's more difficult to do deliveries in those areas. So that all those dynamics will change the way people shop, moving away from suburban and suburbia into urban areas and going more online.
What about grocery?
Well, groceries is like the new black within e-commerce because very little of the sales is happening online. Obviously, with the Amazon acquisition of Whole Foods, it changed the game. Not like the percentage went up, but it changed the game that now Amazon is getting into this category for seriously. And Walmart obviously is doing the same, Kroger and all the big guys. That means that when the big guys is getting into it and putting the bets on groceries online, then there will also be more offerings and more product selections to consumers, and that will somehow start the wheel to turn, and you will see definitely a bigger adoption online on groceries.
Are you a part of that, or is that something that you're going to do in the future?
Well, we are already part of it, and that's the reason why we co-brand with Walmart, is that we handle Walmart's groceries in Toronto, both the home delivery and the pickup, in fact. And we also have our own grocery store, which is called Penguin Fresh.
Okay. What about coming to America?
Well, for sure we would like to do that. We still want to spend a little bit more energy on making everything great in Canada. And, we like to show a little bit of innovation up in the north. And then whenever that is done, then for sure we will go south of the border.
Okay, I can see this on a global scale. I mean, Canada, U.S. is one thing, but this works anywhere.
It does. It really does. And that's the beauty of this concept we are doing, is that it's highly scalable and it can be applied anywhere in the world. We do see our model as an urban model rather than a suburban model. And as the urbanization is happening worldwide, look at Asia, how many big cities and metropolitan areas there are in Asia. That's a high need for our services in all around the world.
So you've already done the focus groups outside the borders and have kind of an idea of the demand in whether it's Europe or Asia or the Middle East or Latin America. Am I getting that feed right?
Yeah, that's correct. We have done some high-level preliminary analytics of what is the places to go to if we go outside Canada, and we have for sure, U.S. would be on very high priority, also because we have a lot of retailers, in fact, in U.S. who already reach out to us and ask, when are you coming? We need your solution in U.S. So that is definitely high on the ranks, but you can also say in Asia for sure is an interesting place to go. So that is also, and as Latin America, like you say, why not?
Okay, I don't ask this of everybody on the show, but once in a while, and I do hear more often these days than not, is there, and I asked this on the last guest because I liked what they were doing, but I'm asking you because of the enterprise ability of this thing, is there room for investors in this model, or are you just guys keeping this private and growing it organically because you're not really interested in having new investors with you?
It's like we are a big corporation. We have funds and we have resources.
Right.
But if we need to bring this globally, there's also limitations to not only the resources but also our internal capabilities. And then the right strategic partner could be an option, yes.
Okay. I was just wondering because that's why people come to our show. They're looking for places to seek refuge, and you seem to bring out all of the capstones that everybody needs. You've got an enterprise business that's growing. Obviously, there's some cash flow there. You've got the right partner, but there seems to be no limit to where you can take this, and you own it. I mean, you're not.
That's correct.
You're not brokering this thing. You invented it.
Yeah, we develop it, we own it, we operate it. It's our proprietary, it's our IT systems, everything is ours. There's simply, the sky is the limit, as you can see, because everybody's shopping worldwide, everybody's shopping online worldwide, and all retailers and all consumers all around the world have the same challenges. So this is really a model which can solve a lot of problems for a lot of companies and consumers and can bring a lot of revenue and profit to investors.
All right. The website is at smartcentres.com?
No, our website is penguinpickup.com
and
penguinfresh.com.
Okay, got it. All right. Egil, great to talk to you. Thank you so much for bringing this, and thank you so much for inventing it and shepherding it to where it is now. I know you're going to be a tremendous success. Thanks a lot for inviting me. It was a pleasure. All right, mine too. All right, Egil Moller Nielsen, Senior VP, Penguin PickUp and Penguin Fresh, SmartCentres Group. We're going to take a very brief break right now, come back on the other side with David Williams of PaidTrader.com and see what's going on with the markets. We'll be right back. You've been listening to CEO Money with Michael Yorba.